You can see behind me, this is lower Paleolithic man. The Stone Age spanned such a long period of time, about 3.5 million years ago. But human beings didn't start to look vaguely normal or like we do until about 1 million years ago. This guy, he's a scavenger. He eats what he finds. Sometimes that's plants, sometimes nuts, sometimes berries, sometimes just bugs. If he's lucky, he's going to find something dead on the ground, an old kill maybe from another animal. And he's going to use a stone and he's going to scrape that meat off, even if it's rotten, and eat it. Maybe he's even going to be lucky enough to find some maggots in there and have that as an extra dinner. This guy, he's a scavenger. Early Paleolithic ancestors were well known for their scavenging. Today, scavenging takes on a little bit of a different meaning. This is my preferred method. As you can see behind me, we've got our mid-Paleolithic man. He's just found out how to make fire. Now, right now, he doesn't really know what that means for him, but it means a huge, great deal for the rest of the timeline in front of him. It means he can cook his food, spending less time digesting, less time chewing, his jaw's going to change, and his brain size is probably going to expand. And he's probably going to have enough time to spend talking to his friends, developing communication, and not just making those grunts he's been making. It also means that his day is going to be much longer. He can go into his cave and still sew and still cook and still make and do, still spending time with his family maybe, instead of just light down, going to sleep. Fire also means light, and fire means protection. Fire means that maybe in the middle of the night he's not going to get ravaged by bears or wolves, or at least he's going to feel like he's not. He's going to feel a bit cozier. This is our mid-Paleolithic man, a great time in history. Our mid-Paleolithic people mastered fire. It was monumentous. For us to be able to cook is now as simple as this. And that's thanks to them. This is our upper Paleolithic man. This was a great time for them. Look at the sort of food that they could hunt now. The mammoth. It was an ice age, so mammoths roamed the land. Sometimes they could hunt them with spears. Other times they tried hammers and stones. But a big beast like this is not easily going to fall. Sometimes they would try running them off the edge of a cliff and hoping that those mammoths were going to fall to their deaths. But a kill like this could have lasted them for such a long time. It wouldn't just feed this guy, it's going to feed his whole tribe, and not just for one Sunday dinner. They could be drying out this meat. They could be keeping it cool underground because Underground was like a refrigerator at this time. We do have big beasts like this that they could eat at this time. But this time they were cold. It was an ice age. So they found themselves retreating to the caves. Our late Paleolithic man was pretty cold. He was in an ice age, and although it's not snowing today, it is pretty cold here. But now I get to go inside and light myself a fire. Our late Paleolithic ancestors were a hardy bunch. They survived an ice age, and we know that because we still exist today. They had to rely on their caves to live in to stay warm. They probably huddled all together as a family and maybe lit a fire, but their fire would have been lit either by hand drill, rubbing the wood with their hands, or maybe with bow drill, or potentially with a piece of flint and another stone. For me, today, in the modern world, it was as easy as this. And I'm going to stay warm tonight. So this is our Mesolithic man. Something really important has happened between the last time we saw him in the Ice Age to now. The sun has come out. It's melted the snow, it's melted the ice. And what it has left us with is water. We've got waterways, we've got rivers, we've got lakes flowing, and in those rivers and lakes is fish. Our Mesolithic man is happy. He's got another way to gather food. He's also going out hunting and gathering because with that water has become lush land. Animals are grazing, more for hunting. Plants are growing, more for foraging. So he goes out with his baskets, he goes out with his berry packs, and he sets out with his fish traps. He's built himself a boat out of animal skin, and he's got a spear, and he's got a simple fishing line, probably made from some of the plants that he finds when he's out foraging. He's caught fish. He's going home happy today.